tanks and then go get this load from Springdale. Its first stop is Halls Valley, Oklahoma.
Turn left, then
Second
turn
stop
right.
is New Caney, Texas, which is basically Houston. They're about 24 hours apart, exactly almost. It's 4:15 in Houston and 4 o'clock in Halls Valley. I didn't record on the way in here because my mom got a new truck and she wanted to talk about it. New to her truck. It's a 2011 Silverado Z71. Yeah, that's what it is. She's all excited about it. 634 South Indian Meridian. Indian Meridian. It's fun to say. 2634. That's how I memorize stuff and make it a song in my head. 2634. 2634 Indian Meridian. Yeah, I think I'll make it. It's 10 p.m. My appointment's at 4. Be there around 3. I'm gonna make better time than that saying. Maybe. But I'm all fueled up, and all I need to do is grab a scale ticket on the way out of town there in Springdale, which I hate that truck stop, but I don't actually have to go in because I have the CAT scale app, and then all done. see if these people can use some logic here. This truck over to the right, I'm going to let him go because he was here before me, but the guys that got into behind him, I'm not going to let go. So we'll see if they try to force the issue. This place is kind of hit or miss. Sometimes it's like this. I've already been here for 10 minutes waiting on the line to move, and they got trucks all the way past the guard check. They're actually pulling them up past, doing 2 at a time, all the way out to the road. I've had it as bad as like 5 trucks deep on the road here. But part of the problem is some of these guys want to get here, you know, super early and park across the street and come here at the appointment. But the problem is there's only 1 lane for outside drivers. Right? They have 2 lanes here. The inside lane is for Walmart drivers, and like I think Crete also has access to that lane, maybe a couple of others. But if you're an outside carrier, you use the right lane. So people coming in for their appointment, right? They start these appointments around 4, I'm guessing, because everybody's showing up here at 3, and everybody knows at Walmart, you know, you can only show up an hour before your appointment. But these guys are showing up, parking across the street there, and then they want to get in between us, which is all fine as long as people understand you take turns. But some guys, you know, they get impatient and, you know, they want to take advantage of you and try to jump in front of you and not take their turn. You know, on both sides, you know, they get the idea that if you're coming from the street, then they should have the right of way, which I mean, technically you should, but it's like, we got to have some common sense and courtesy. It's like, they're here trying to get in line, we're, you know, just take turns. And I sadly have to say that I had a guy once at a Associated Wholesale Grocers in Goodlettsville. There's a video somewhere on there where, you know, it was kind of the same problem, trucks coming from both sides, and I let one of the oncoming trucks go, and I got in behind him like I was going to go, and the guy that was behind the oncoming truck got pissed off at me and like lunged his truck at me and honked his horn like I was doing something wrong. I was like, dude, we're taking turns, obviously. We're all going to the same place, coming from 2 different directions. One goes, the other goes. It's not that complicated. And, you know, but in his mind, it was his turn, and I was the jerk, you know. It's like, whatever, dude. So many people in the world are super, super selfish and self-absorbed, and they lack common courtesy, let alone common sense. So, you know, it can become an issue on the road when other drivers, or, you know, other commuters don't want to use their brain and don't want to do things, you know, that makes everything fair and calm. You know, they want to raise tensions and stuff just because, you know, they feel like they're more important than everyone else. I'm not perfect, but I always try to be courteous to people and, you know, not be a jerk. Same thing on the highways. You know, I had earlier today, you know, this truck going 72, and I know that because I have a radar in the front of my truck. You know, he decides he's going to pass me, but if he was paying attention, he was seeing that there was a cop on the side of the road with his red and blues on. And, you know, you always want to get over for a cop, you know, for a couple of reasons. One, you can get a heck of a fine for not doing it, but, you know, he decided to pass me right at the last minute where I had to get on my brakes and slow down to get behind him to get over. It's like all he had to do was slow down a little bit. It wasn't like he's going to get that far ahead of me. There was a Warner truck ahead going about the same speed as me. So, you know, he was going to end up right behind him, and I was going to end up right behind him. So we were like bumper to bumper going past that cop. just been courteous and let off the gas and let me over, or he probably didn't even notice the guy because a lot of drivers are just kind of zoned out. They're not really paying attention to what's going on ahead of them. Freaking air pressure, man. It screws me so much. I just gotta stop killing the truck. Just let the damn thing idle everywhere I go. It's not like I'm in a hurry. They don't have a dock door. But I'm holding up the line down there. Start the damn truck with 100 pounds of air pressure and it won't go. Anyway, they don't have any dock doors. It's like, or their system isn't allowing it or whatever. Basically, go down, park, walk in and see if they can give me a door, or crap annoys the crap out of me, man. You set an appointment to get here and not have a dock door. The hell is the point of having an appointment if we get here and you don't have a dock door ready for us?
Yeah.
Go get door 134, dolly down, chalk, Floyd, call me back.
Thank you. Is it open already?
Well, I don't know, who's gonna check.
Okay. The dude sees me sitting here waiting on his dock door, and instead of pulling out and parking away from the dock and then shutting his doors, he's going to shut his doors parked in front of the dock. Kind of goes back to what I was saying a while ago. No courtesy, no common sense, just selfish nonsense, man. I could have been in the dock by now and dropped. It's not that big a deal. It's just one of those little minor annoyances, man, that's just like, have some damn courtesy. Use your noggin. He saw me setting up and waiting on him. Now I'm out in the middle of every damn thing waiting on him. See, he's leaving now. shifting gear. It's one of those things about automatic trucks, like stuck the thing in reverse and it's in reverse too, like high gear reverse while I'm trying to back up to the dock. That's a real smart truck. About to see a fist fight here. Old boy next door here, shag driver pulled up. He's waiting on his door. He decided to jack around on his phone. Came up and told him he needed to move. He sat there another 15-20 seconds. Old boy jumped out of that shag truck. He was ready to knock him out, I think. I learned to keep my camera rolling when there's situations happening. You know, that shag driver has a temper problem. So the guy pulled out, as you saw. You know, he didn't really pull out of the way really well. You know, he was being a douche. But that shag driver pulled up, and right when I turned the camera off, he backed that sucker up as fast as it would back up. And when he dropped the thing, he let it slam on the ground and he peeled off out of here. It's like, man, you can't act like that. Like, all it would have taken is somebody paying attention to the situation and stepped out in front of him for a second. And the way he backed up, they wouldn't have had time to correct their decision. It's like, man, God forbid he made a mistake and because he's angry, slam into my truck or somebody else's vehicle because you're pissed off. Like, you can't act like that. This equipment's dangerous, man, and it just makes me mad to see people act like that in a big rig. I've had several times somebody got offended or something about some maneuver I've done, or just me existing, being on the road. People just take offense to stuff, and you see them throw temper tantrums behind the wheel. It's like, do you not understand the equipment you're operating and how dangerous it is? Dang, this place is stressed out or something. They called me. And I'm about to show you how long the walk took. As soon as they called me, I headed up there to get my paperwork. As I was getting into the door, like walking up to the desk, they were calling me again. Like, Lord. I'll just show you here. It's not like it took me an hour to walk up there or anything. I'm already a third of the way there. It's only 30 seconds in. Anyway, I'm kind of split here because I'm not sure. Like, I have energy and I have like 4.5 hours left I could drive. I have to check my GPS at how far past Dallas I can get. I think I can get a ways past Dallas, but it's 5 a.m. About 2 hours from Dallas. Where you going, bud? Wow, freaking shag drivers, man. Driving directly at me. Anyway, I'm like 2 hours from Dallas. Just realized how hard the wind's blowing. You might not be able to hear anything I'm saying. And it's 5 a.m. So by the time I get to to Dallas, it'd be 7. I'll be driving through Dallas traffic. I don't know. I haven't made up my mind yet on what I'm going to do. Because I could just go across the street here and park, get up tonight, and go drive through Dallas when there's no traffic. But then that eats up my clock for tomorrow. And I don't know. There I am. That's how long it took, and they were calling me a second time. I'm at my truck now. I guess I'll head towards Dallas. I might look on the map, see if there's a route I can take that avoids Dallas. I'm not sure of one. I've never done that. Let's see. Really, the only way to get through there is to go right through the middle of Dallas without adding a bunch of miles to my trip, and I can't do that. I gotta pay for the fuel for the extra miles if I go out of route, and I don't like losing money. But I'll head that way, and when I get down around Ardmore, I'll make a decision. One of the few benefits of truck driving is I changed my mind and decided to screw that because several reasons. One, I really don't want to drive through Dallas during the day. Just, I could say that a million times and it would not tell you how much I do not want to drive through Dallas during the day. Other than that, it's super windy in Oklahoma and North Texas today, and not only am I having trouble keeping the thing in the lane, which, I mean, I am keeping it in the lane, but it seems like every other truck I have to pass wants to try to run me off the damn road when I'm going past them. They want to come over the line and try and push me off into the ditch, and I don't want to deal with that anymore today. It's happened like a dozen times a day, where going around somebody and they want to freaking start coming over the line at you, and it's just, nope, not doing it. I don't have to, not gonna. I would say that's one of the few bonuses to being a truck driver. As long as I get this thing down there on time, they can't really say much about me stopping when I want to stop. And if they ask, I'll tell them. I didn't want to drive in Dallas during the daytime. It didn't make any sense. And it was super windy, so why risk it? Like, I'll look it up maybe later and see if there was any wrecks, but like I could feel comfortable putting a big chunk of change on betting that there's going to be a wreck in and around Dallas this morning involving a truck, because it's super windy. There's always crazy amount of road construction. The lanes get super narrow coming into Fort Worth because all the construction, and if these guys can't keep the damn truck between the lines up here in Oklahoma where the lanes are wide, they're definitely not going to be able to do it down in Dallas where the lanes get real skinny. So I'm just going to park it, and then my appointment's at 4 a.m. tomorrow, so I'm going to leave here 8:30, 9 o'clock tonight, It's about 12 hours from now. And then get down there to, we'll call it 8. That'll put me in Dallas at like 10 o'clock at night, which there should be no traffic at that point unless there was some travesty of a pile up. I don't see that happening. But I would put money that today is, you can look it up, it's March 16th. Go ahead and look up traffic accidents March 16th, 2023 in Dallas and see if there was a truck accident. I'd put money on the fact that there's going to be a truck involved accident in Dallas today just because of the wind and Dallas, traffic conditions. I don't want to be involved in it, so I'm going to chill here.